Good morning, everyone. Today, I figured that, mix it up a little bit. I know I've been doing more personal development stuff and putting it up here on this channel. Today, I'm actually back in front of this camera. We're not on a walk. And today, I'm going to talk about business. I'm going to talk about employees. So, for a lot of people out there, maybe you're not at this point, but it's always good to have information before you get to that point. So, for me, I just want to talk about it. We have about 5 employees, and for us, we have them doing different tasks. So a big thing that you need to have in place when you get employees is SOPs. If you ever hear that terminology, it simply means standard operating procedure. So it really just means, what do you do? So if you're a person who just runs a business by themselves, let's say you're a solopreneur, then that means that you do everything. You wear all the hats, right? And let's say that you're going to take one hat off and put it on someone else. When you do that, all you do is you just have a standard operating procedure. What is it that you do every day that you're going to have this person doing? Maybe some people will consider a cashier. They would see a cashier and not understand that that's something that you have been doing every day since you started your business. Let's say that you have a brick and mortar, which just means a store that is a physical location. Then whenever they walked in the store, a customer did, and they picked up an item and they came to the counter, you were the only one there. So now you're hiring a employee to be able to be your cashier. So you want to have in place exactly what it is that you do as the cashier. If you were just the cashier, what is that one hat entail? So for them, a couple things you have to sit there and figure out: are they going to be full-time? Are they part-time? If they're part-time, then it's even a little easier, because then you can just have them solely focus on have them being the best cashier. How do you making sure that you hire the right person for your culture? So you want to ask the right questions, which I can make another video on this, on interviewing. I believe I have one up on the channel, but I'm gonna make another one tomorrow. But when you interview, you want to make sure that you hire someone with the right kind of culture. So someone who's going to be nice and welcoming, and someone who's going to try to help the customer out as much as possible, because it's about the experience. You don't want to get the person who's the cheapest, or try to pay them really terribly, just because that's most likely going to lead to an employee who really doesn't care that much. Now, you might get lucky and just find somebody who's really hungry and hustling and really just needs a job. And if that's the case, great. But pay is a big thing too. So if you're going to have a cashier, especially right now with everything that's happening with everyone quitting their jobs, is you got to make sure that your pay is competitive for the space. So the thing is that if you're hiring that cashier, if in the space it's $9 an hour, and let's say $9.50, and you want to pay $7.25, you want to pay minimum wage, then most likely your candidates are not going to be very good, unless you have some really good benefits, really good health insurance, really good whatever. But with that employee, is if they're part-time, you want to make sure, or full-time, you want to make sure they have a great attitude towards your customers, and you want to make sure that you list exactly, okay, as a cashier, you come in at this time, you make sure the shelves are stocked, you just go through and browse, make sure everything's good before we open. We open up the shop at this time. When a customer walks in, greet them this way. When they come to the counter, ask them, try to upsell them something, and you incentivize that too. So if you get X amount of upsells per month, you get a bonus. And then, because that would helps drive productivity. Also, whenever they are checking out, once they're done checking out, let them know that you appreciate their time, whatever. But making sure that it's this detailed thing. And then if you have time left over and there's no one around, just sweep, keep the place clean. Simple, but that's a little sample size of an SOP. And I think I'm going to leave it right there. I just really wanted to explain what a standard operating procedure was what having a employee looks like. And the thing is, you honestly, if you don't know the job, then don't hire for it. I mean, you can do what you want, but I'm just saying, if you don't know the job, if you don't know how to run it, then don't hire someone. If you're a terrible cashier, don't hire a cashier. Get very good at every aspect of your business. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do it forever, but you do at least need to do it for a certain amount of time until you have a good understanding of it. Then you can pass it off. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, please leave a like. Consider subscribing since I do post every day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.